Hi everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into XRP once again. Thank you for your support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. There is a competition at the minute going on between myself and Satoshi Stacker. It's pretty much neck and neck. So if you could please take the time out to vote for me, that'd be absolutely amazing. I'll drop the link in the video description right here. And obviously, to those that have took the time out and voted already, I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Really, very much appreciate it. So right now for XRP then, it's looking relatively well, isn't it? You know, what we're looking for here primarily is the end of the ABC correction for XRP. Okay, we need to see the end of the C wave. Hopefully, you know, we're forming it here and we start to form a new impulsive wave up. That would be absolutely golden. But you're fully aware we have got a bit of a prediction going on here for XRP, and potentially it may come fruitful. If it does, that would be absolutely amazing, wouldn't it? Because, you know, obviously in the stock RSI we're in the floor, so that's always indicative of a bit of reversal in itself, you know, when that is absolutely at the rock bottom, which it is. It's at the rock bottom basically. Obviously the RSI itself, what we're looking for here is some kind of divergence, and we're basically almost on the cusp of printing it, to be honest with you, where you make a low. Okay, so you're in the price action, you're making a low, and then you're making a higher low. But in the RSI, you're making a low and then a lower low, and that's always indicative of a reversal of a trend, basically. Just like you've got the bearish divergence there, you got a high and a lower high. You know, you got a high in the price action and a higher high. It told you the market was going to roll, and what happened? The market rolled. So with that came into play. So one thing that I'm anticipating here for XRP, for a really simple indication of a reversal in the trend, is the potential where we roll over here a little bit and create a bullish divergence where we do get the low and we get a lower low in the RSI, and then in the price action we're getting a low and a higher low. Do you see that? Boom, big tick that your reversals in. You know, a fantastic reversal structure is painted in the RSI there, which is, these divergences work so well on the larger time frames. You know, they work less, they have less traction on the zoomed in time frames. So zoom out as much as you can, and this is why I always say to you, if in doubt, zoom out. So this is what I'm anticipating. It might come, it might not come, but if it does, wow, it's going to be brilliant, isn't it? And you know, there'll be a lot of fear as well. You know, in the next, if we imagine if we did have now another crash for crypto. Okay, how many people would be put off, and how much fear would be in the market? But you know what? Those that know would be getting absolute bottom prices, wouldn't they? So it would be great, but it doesn't necessarily mean it has to happen. It's just something that I'm sort of keeping an eye on as a market reversal. Just here is a divergence for XRP on the RSI. Okay, so it really is that simple. So yeah, enough jabbering on them. What I'm going to do is zoom into the 4-hourly time frame for you right now on XRP. So on the 4-hourly time frame here, you can see what's happened for XRP. You've basically broken out just here. Okay, you've broken out of this level of resistance, which I said to you, but you've ran into another level of resistance. I'm going to show you where that is in a moment. But right now what's happened is you've fallen under this previous resistance, you failed to hold it as support, and now it's resistance again. But what you're doing right now is relatively strong for XRP. You are adhering to the 55 EMA on the 4-hourly time frame. Now what it's going to do obviously is creep you up again, and it's going to make you break one of these levels of resistance. You've got two levels of resistance. Obviously you've got this W bottom resistance just here, okay, you know, resistance just there, which you're broken out of just there, and you know the primary target of that is that, okay, because you're breaking out of this target here, which I've shown you. Okay, now obviously you're fully aware that if you lose support of this blue line, okay, which is the ascending triangle, you're fully aware of this, look, this ascending triangle, you've got a breakdown target, and that target is there at 050. Okay, so it's a reversal of the break. Do you see that? So right now a decision is going to be made for XRP, and the reason you've run into resistance there as well, I'll show you that resistance in a moment. You know, it's obviously Bitcoin's run into resistance and started to roll as well, and it's all tied together. It's weird how it works. Don't ask me how it works, but it's all tied together. The markets work together, they flow together for some reason, and they're all painting in very similar patterns. It's unbelievable. You know, nothing's uncoupled from Bitcoin at the moment, is it? You know, whatever Bitcoin does, the market does, unfortunately. There will be a time in the future where crypto's matured and evolved, and all of these projects that we're sort of looking at will sort of stand aside, and if Bitcoin shits the bed, they won't. They'll be off singing in the sun there. So yeah, just it'll come, but at the minute it's sort of not there, is it? It's an eventuality of probably a couple more cycles of crypto until fully matured and adoption, basically. But we all know where it's all going to. Okay, it's an evolving market, isn't it? And it's maturing week by week and month by month and year by year. So anyway, basically you're going to be forcing some kind of break here at the moment. You've failed to hold this as support, okay, which is a broadening descending channel, which I've shown you about for XRP, and it's actually a reversal pattern, believe it or not. It is a reversal pattern, you know, just like I've shown you here. Falling broadening channel, you come back to where you came from, boom, you know, you came back up to where you came from, boom, and eventually, you know, if you zoom out, you'll see that this green line is resistance as a broadening channel, and eventually when you do break it and start to move to the upside, this is where it gives precedence to the fact that you're going to come back up to where you formed it, basically. So you're fully aware of that. I've told you that. So right now you're being forced, aren't you, into the apex again of this ascending triangle. So do anticipate the break here quite soon. You know, hopefully we can get the pop to the upside. If we do, you're looking at that, and obviously if we do get to the break to the downside, you're going to be looking at that. So you've got a long or short opportunity here for XRP. Come to your charts, draw these levels of resistance and support, because like I said to you, they're ascending and they're changing all the time. So yeah, there is a bit of a crunch going on here for XRP. It was great yesterday. We came ahead on something, which I'll show you what that something is in a moment. Holding support, you know, hopefully we break out here. But there is a key level of resistance we really do need to get through, and I'm going to show you this right now for XRP, because I'm going to be honest with you, you could come up here and hit your head again and roll again, because there's a couple of levels of resistance just here. There's this one and there's another one. I'm going to show you exactly what it is before we get that big tick to forming this reversal wave for XRP, because that's what's going on here. Okay, I'll show you. So from here we rolled over and we formed this big impulsive wave down, and right now we're starting to retrace, hopefully forming a reversal wave where you come back to where you formed it. Do you see that? So I'll show you this as best as I can. So from here we've got this bottom just there, and we've gone and we've made this top just there where we came from. So you fell over, basically you form this impulsive wave down, and right now you're starting to form a retracement. You're basically retracing, okay, you're forming a reversal wave up just there, isn't it? Okay, round about there. So yeah, you're forming a reversal wave up basically, and it's retracing. Now you can afford to retrace to a certain level. If you lose that, you're forming not retracement wave, because this is retracement wave, okay, before the next impulsive wave down. You know that, don't you? I've told you that before. So basically here, if you start to see XRP close above the golden ratio 0.618 at 0.7369, this gives more confidence to the fact and more highly probability that you are forming a reversal wave coming back to where you came from, which is up there at 92 cents, which is this impulsive wave down. Do you see that? You're retracing right now. You can afford to come up here, bounce, and continue with the trend, forming a new impulsive wave down. Do you see that? Potentially bring you down to this level here, this red line, which I've given you on the weekly. Okay, if you lose that weekly 55 EMA, that's your next level of support down there for XRP. Okay, and you can see also it coincides with this target here, which is also the target out of this larger ascending triangle, which XRP broke down of. Do you see that? So yeah, I mean, it's crunch time here. Obviously, you're fully aware it's crunch time. You know, you're coming into this apex just here. If you lose it, go short. If you break it and you come up and you break the 0.618 just here, and then especially 0.786, you're on your way to creating this, not only to get into the target, the WW bottom here, and this ascending triangle, you're also on target to fully retracing to this reversal wave. Really easy. Okay, so yeah, I mean, from here, if you do see the break, you've got to break levels of resistance, not just this. Okay, you've got to break all these levels of resistance on the way up. So that's basically XRP. But if it does, because yesterday it's looking golden, but you can see it's ran into a level of resistance, which is 0.618, the golden ratio. So if it does continue from here, you know, to hold this support, and you do start to see the break here, and it breaks 0.618, I would put in a cheeky little long at that point, because you're looking at a reversal wave of 25% up to 92 cents. And from that, obviously, that gives more precedent to the fact that you're forming that larger reversal wave, because you're breaking out of this resistance of this broadening channel, okay, with substance as well, and you're going to come back up to where you formed it at that $1. So with these breaks, and you do need to see volume in these breaks. Okay, now you've got a lovely little volume here, but as you can see, look, you've broken out that key level of resistance just there. You had a nice bit of volume, but when if to get the confirmation statement, when you're breaking these key levels of resistance, especially this one, the 0.618, you're gonna have to see volume. Okay, you're gonna have to see the volume coming, because if not, it's a little bit shady, and it's sort of like drawing the dregs out of you before the actual trend is met. And at the minute, unfortunately, you are in a downtrend. Okay, on the daily time frame especially, we do need to see a reversal right there. And I think looking at the daily, we have failed to close And let's have a look at this. So we failed to, we're basically hit our head on the daily 20, haven't we? So that's just confirmation that you're hitting your head, and if you continue to do that, this is where you're going to see that deeper sort of correction for XRP and potentially come down to a lower low. Do you see that? So yeah, this is important. You do need to see the daily 20. Like I said to you, the trend is your friend. Break the trend and you got a new friend. And at the minute you've got a bearish cross, okay, a death cross, a sell and go to the beat signal from CoinsKid. You're hitting your head, you're hitting your head, you're hitting your head until you break that level of resistance, primarily the 20 on the daily there. Back test the support, get above the 55. That's your confirmation, you know, without all these little W bottoms and reversal patterns. Okay, the main thing you're looking for here of a reversal in the market for XRP is, you know, a confirmation statement basically is getting back above this red line, which is the 55 EMA on the daily time frame. Because once you get above that, you're holding it as support, you're dragging the EMAs up and you're creating a bullish cross, and you are entering a new uptrend, you know, and potentially getting to them price predictions that we've laid out in earlier segments of videos and stuff for XRP. So yeah, that's basically a little update for XRP. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll be back tomorrow with another update on XRP. Stay healthy, stay tuned, and thank you once again for everyone voting for me in that competition. It means a lot. Cheers. Big up the CoinsKid crew. Bye bye.